just a minute. What are the 7 most effective exercise? 7 most effective. Well, what's number 1? Walking. You go like this. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. I have my shoes off because my sandals were killing me, so I hope Father Pryor doesn't come down. Here's the situation. A lot of people are putting on their logs that they walk 2 miles a day. Here's what they're doing. They're putting on their pedometer, they're getting up, they're going to the bathroom, they're going out and making some cereal, they're going out to get the mail, and by the end of the day, it comes up to 2 miles. It's not the same thing as strapping on the sneaks and going for 2 miles or 3 miles or, God forbid, 5 miles. Those steps that you think you're doing, they're important, they all add up. But you got to have at least 2 miles, at least 2, of a concerted walk for weight loss. Yeah, you can move, you can get those steps, but if you're not walking for exercise, it doesn't really count. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. A brisk walk is 500 calories an hour. And an hour should be 3 miles unless you're Christine Schmidt, and then an hour is 10 miles. Because she can really move it. She can really move it. Also, interval training. Now, who does Zumba and all that? I know we got some Zumba people here, lifting the weights. Strength stuff, Zumba, that all counts. Now, who's done a squat thrust?
What? They're not good for you.
Well, I am just saying, this is, she's a nurse. I think if I did a squat thrust, you'd have to get a Hoyer lift to get I'm not meant, if you're young, and there's some young people in the room, if you're healthy and you want to do lunges, squats, push-ups. I couldn't do a push-up when I was in 6th grade, and I can't do one now. Sit-ups, though, I think would be beneficial for some of us who are in good shape. Have someone hold your legs and try sitting up. Yes, Christine?
A wall push-up, depending on your angle, you can adjust it to what your strength is. If you are just starting out, you just barely lean over, and you'll feel it. And then as you get stronger, you can lean further. You don't have to do them from the floor, and that's how I do them.
Well, I haven't done any of these. I haven't done crunches. I haven't done any of these. I felt like walking was enough. And you know what? I've weighed the same for a year. I'm going to talk about set point next week. We got to mix it up. We got to do something to have our body go, wait a minute, I'm going to change because Ellen keeps doing this crazy stuff. Don't hurt yourself and blame it on me. Yes?
You can also stand. If you can't get on the floor to do a sit-up, you can stand, sucking your belly, and you bend and come up.
Oh, I can do that.
You hold it and come up.
All right.
And believe me, it does just as good a job.
Okay.
Feel it.
I love that idea. The whole point I'm trying to make is we have to mix it up, change our set point. Now, here's what people do. They do nothing, and then for a week, they'll do a couple things and say, I didn't lose any weight. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to do it anymore. But those people who say, you know, I didn't lose any weight this week, but I'm going to continue, Charmaine will tell you, she didn't have a good week last week and she was really trying really hard. It kicked in this week. Sometimes your body will kick in the next week. Anybody else? I'm open for, yes, Mary.
Bed cover, you can sit in a chair. You can do an awful lot of things with both your arms and your legs without hurting your bed. Sometimes if you hurt, if you go down and up and such like, not if you have problems with your back, you're going, oh, I can't walk the next day.
No, I don't want anyone to hurt
So
themselves.
If you sit in a chair, you can do with
Do
your
this,
legs,
get
you
the
can do with
weights.
your arms, you can
Yes.
go up, you could go sideways.
Get your
You could
heart
do with
going.
Your legs too. You could go up and down with the legs, and you could go sideways with the legs, and it won't hurt your back, and it's exercise.
And she's not talking about that lazy boy hitting the footrest up. I don't think she means that. Yes, Diana.
Do you still have your copy of the chair exercises?
Yes.
Why don't you make another one for this group? Because that is good, especially if you're not feeling so good or the weather's bad. I love doing that chair exercise. I may not write it down, but I do it.
And also, I think the We Fit, the television.
Oh, yeah.
Who was telling me, Nora, what's that TV channel that you put on?
Exercise on demand.
Exercise on demand,
There's a walking program on there that's really
a
good.
walking program. There's so much we can do in our own bedrooms. And don't forget the Ellen dance. I do it every chance I get. It works. You just move, move, move. If you don't do something, you're not going to keep the weight off. There's a person in the group who's lost a lot of weight, and she started to add more calories. But she's doing so much exercise. So those of you who don't want to feel deprived, who've lost weight and say, how do I eat more without putting it back on? You kick up that exercise. Okay, Bobby.